Hey, Southern Colorado, when it comes to getting your shirts made and printed and also designs on other products you want,
Sick Tees.
Southern Colorado has the premier shirt maker and designer. That's right, it's sicktees.com. Tell them.
Sick Tees.
And where can you find?
SickTees.com.
At sicktees.com. That's SIKTEEZ.com.
SickTees.com.
Your mom
Sick Tees.
has proudly sponsored Wake and Bake America for 4 seasons.
And it's time for another episode of Blunt Football Talk.
Football talk.
Yeah, no, that's terrible.
That's right. Whatever.
That's called Blunt Football Talk Safer at Home. Delay.
Yes.
So, Podcast P, so the Thanksgiving week of football that was literally a week
Oh, shit.
just ended like 15 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. Before the show,
Right.
with the Ravens and the Steelers playing the COVID game.
It was hard to believe, right? Names in that game I haven't heard in a while.
That COVID game.
It's
It's that COVID game. Excuse me. Raunchy. So, by the way, did you know that Apothecary Farms extracts are the leader in concentrates, Preston?
What?
Yeah, Apothecary Farms products and extracts are also available and sold in hundreds of locations in Colorado and Oklahoma. So, stop by Apothecary Farms in Pueblo, Colorado Springs, and Denver, or ask your favorite spot where the Apothecary Farms is at on your next visit.
It's on Broadway.
So let's get right to it. Let's get to our first round of games that we're going to talk about, lining them up first. And, of course, if you got comments about the show, you want to chime in, you want to send us your comments, if you want to leave us a voicemail, we may use your audio or your comment for the show. You can send that to 719-299-0428. That's 719-299-0428. Greg in Austin says, love you guys. You don't know dick about football, but you're hilarious. Okay.
We don't know shit, but we're hilarious. What?
Fair enough. I mean, you obviously know enough to not have a podcast show, Greg from Austin. No, thanks for the comment. We appreciate you listening. Just busting your shit because you talk. I mean, you did come in talking shit, so I busted your balls, bro. I'm sorry. Don't forget to check out Sam's Creations, by the way. We've adopted a couple of homies.
How was those pies, by the way?
I'm still eating them, but let me tell you something. I murdered that pecan pie. Like, I was eating like thirds at a time. Yeah. I still got some pumpkin left. I'm about to get into that tonight, though, the rest of it. I'm going to eat all of it and watch Star Trek. I'm watching the first one, which is the newest one. You get it? Or it's not the newest, but the newer one. But it's the first one.
The one that's out now, Discovery.
No. See, I knew you wouldn't get it. So I'm watching Enterprise, the first one. Technically, if you were to put them in chronological order, I would be watching I forgot what I was saying.
In show-logical
in show-logical order, Enterprise is where it all starts.
Yeah.
So that's
we're week 12, right? We're week 12.
Of the NFL. We're in week 17 of our... We're not really counting anymore because it's just going to keep going. We are...
Lockdown.
But we are in week 12, yes, Podcast P. And week 12 scores are brought to you by Sam's Creations. That's Sam's with a Z, Creations with a Z. We love local and we love small business. And we love the good in cannabis cooking and edibles. So try locally made and locally sourced Sam's Creations. That's Sam's with a Z and Creations with a Z. And find Sam's Creations on Facebook and Instagram too, or call 719-496-0412. That's 719-496-0412 and get your medicated goodies ordered today, son.
Bitch.
Little bitch. So, this is a sports show you've been waiting for, but your kids shouldn't listen to. Let's get it.
All right, we're gonna go with the scores. Texans Lions 41-25. Texans over the Lions, just ate them alive.
You know, you took the Lions in this game, and I told you the Texans were going to get this one, and you wouldn't listen to me. And I'm telling you, I didn't expect to be this right. Can I be honest with you? I didn't expect to be this right, but the Texans are coming.
At some points, the Lions got to win.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Well, they're 4-7. They've won 4 games, so they figured out ways to win. But here's the thing: is the Lions have actually lost 4 straight games on Thanksgiving. Mind you, that the Lions are the reason the Thanksgiving game exists in the first place. Just a little NFL history there for you.
Yeah. Do tell, sir.
I'm telling you that I'm doing a dab. Next game.
Okay, excuse me. Team 41-18. No surprises here.
Yo, this was a blowout. I didn't
Not near.
Listen, I'm going to be real with you. I knew that it was going to be a Washington win. I'm telling you right now, I'm pretty sure. I'm 99% sure. I might have picked Andy Dalton, though, to swing it around this time, but maybe I didn't. But either way, I didn't expect it to be a blowout. That's insane to me,
I
to
think
be honest with you.
Yeah.
I will tell you, most rushing TDs by a rookie on Thanksgiving since 1948. Hey, that was Gibson.
Nice. All right, Raiders 6, Falcons 43. What the actual fuck?
Bro, this game fucked me in fantasy because I started thinking the Falcons were just gonna bitch up, and then you know, when the Falcons got up by 20 points, I was like, bro, fuck it. It'll force the Raiders to have to throw. I'll get some decent points out of this. 0.6 points from Carr in fantasy on my team, bro. Meanwhile, I left
0.06 points.
Just so you know, I'm owning it. I left 4 touchdowns by Aaron Rodgers on the bench. There, Scotty. I'm owning it, dickweed. I'm owning it. All right.
How many points did you leave on the bench there, my guy? How many points?
Oh, a lot. I left like 30-something points that would have won the game for me on the bench. Let's go to the next game.
Week 13, Buffalo Bills 27, baby.
Buffalo Bills 27 over the Chargers 17. I'm not surprised by this, but I did have a lot of hope that the Chargers would sneak away with one here. The Bills are coming back on strong, I guess would be the right way to word it. To be honest with you, I'm really literally I'm not surprised the Bills won this one. By the way, the Bills' first win since week 7 against the Chargers when they were in San Diego in 2008.
Damn.
All right. What do you got on that Giants game?
19-17 Giants over the Bengals.
Can I just...
Who is their quarterback? Who is their quarterback?
The Giants? It's, what's his face?
The Bengals.
Oh,
the Bengals.
Who's Burrow's backup? I mean, let's be honest. Does it really matter? I bet you they wish they would have kept Andy Dalton now, though. You know what I'm saying? Burn. So, here's the deal, bro. Don't look now, but the New York Giants are in first place in the NFC East and are in a playoff position, bro. I kid you not. You can't make this up. Headline news. Headline news after this game in New York was, holy shit, we're in the playoffs right now. Do you think that was the headline?
One of our teams has made it to the playoffs as of right now.
It shouldn't have been. It wasn't the headline, but the headline in New York for the Times should have been, holy shit, we're in the playoffs. All right, so what do you got on that?
Playoffs.
What do you got on that next game?
Titans Colts 45-26.
You know,
I think I called this game.
You did, and I took the Colts. I took the Colts. I'm owning it. I took the Colts in this one. And I'm gonna tell you something. The Titans not only did the Colts blow a great opportunity here to take the lead in their division, but they also blew having the lead in their division, but they blew being able to take the full lead in their division because remember, the Colts won the first meeting between these two. So the Colts win this one.
Right.
They take the lead. They hold both tiebreakers. You know what I mean? This gets real good for them. You lose this game. Now it's a tie in the tiebreaker. So now, and the Titans actually, I think, have the points on the points tiebreaker on the tiebreaker. No, the second tiebreaker goes to division score. First it's head-to-head, then it's division record. So we'd have to go look at their, you know what? Hold on. I've got that. See, I've got it all pulled up today. I was ready, like extra ready. Hold on. Let me go to the AFC divisional record here. So in the division, yeah, that's bad. The Titans are the Titans are 3-1 in their division, right? Colts are 1-2. That's not good. So now you have a split on the first tiebreaker. They're up 2 wins in the tiebreaker, and you only got 2 division games left in the season. Right. No, wait, 3. I'm sorry, they got 3 left. They got 3. But here's the deal though. They have played the Titans twice. But listen to me. The Titans have played them twice. You get what I'm getting at, right? That means they both have played their toughest opponent twice already because it's each other.
Yes.
All right, what you got on the next one?
I get you totally on that. All right, next game, Jaguars almost beat the Browns 25-22. Realize
almost don't count in football.
8-3.
Almost don't count in football.
This is true.
There is a tie, but almost don't count for a win. Now check this out. Don't look now, kiddos, but the second place in the NFC or AFC North, 8-3 Browns are rocking and rolling. And by the way, our Pittsburgh's Week 17 matchup, should Pittsburgh get to 15-1 or 15-0 going into Week 16, their division rival who's in second is their next matchup. I love it. This is going to be great. You know, this is the first time the Browns have won more than 8 games in the season since 2007. It's been 13 years since they won 8 games in a season, bro. They're having a hell of a year. Give credit.
Wasn't that their first season back?
What did you say? You cut out. Sorry.
Wasn't that 2007 their first year back in Cleveland?
No, not even close.
When did the Browns come back? Because there was a while we didn't have the Browns.
Right. I know what you mean. Whose phone's ringing? Is that mine or yours?
Not mine. That's yours, homie.
Oh, no. Well, that almost never happens, right?
You're the professional, sir.
I got to hit my do not disturb. And it's so bad because it's my daughter, and so I'll have to call her back right after the show. But during the break, I can have baby girl call her, so I don't have to wait. You know what I mean? Make sure it's not an emergency.
Yeah.
So, which, by the way, she follows me on Instagram, so she should know I'm doing a show right now. I mean, my kids really do follow my career pretty closely. They're actually my biggest fans are technically my children. They're very loyal, my most loyal fans. So anyway, so at the end of the day, bro, I got to ask though, man. Why are you having so much? Oh, maybe I can't put my phone on Do Not Disturb and use the internet.
No, I just changed off the Wi-Fi.
Oh.
It's local shit. So
you're the problem.
Maybe that'll help out.
You're the problem like always. Yeah. Got it. Okay, cool. All right, next game.
I'm a Scorpio. I'll take that. No hate.
I love you, man.
All right, next game. The Panthers versus Vikings, 28-27.
You know,
game.
This was a really good game, actually. I got to see this one. This is the first time that Minnesota's turned over the ball in a +3 ratio and won a game since 2010. Because that's how hard it is to do. It's been 10 years. You know what I mean? I think that Minnesota needs to get their ish together, but Minnesota's just like they're all right, but I don't know. I just don't see them making a run the last 4 weeks of the season, the final quarter of the year, you know?
If they still had Stephon Diggs,
that's a different story. A lot of shit happened this year. This is the year we won't speak of once it's over. This is the game we won't speak.
It'll be.
I was going to say
it'll be hindsight.
Hindsight,
it'll be hindsight,
which is 2020. Huh? So
yeah. All right. Anyway,
this is the game we won't speak of once we speak of it right now.
Patriots over the Cardinals, 20-17.
We didn't have this game, but we had a chance to force this thing into overtime. A couple bad defensive runs, things in there, and Nick Foles kicks a game-winning field goal for 50 yards, which, by the way, was from their fucking 40 or whatever. It was or 43 or 30, whatever. It was long. It was long and strong and down to get the friction on.
So ladies.
Yeah.
Ladies.
Yeah. I'm with it, bro. See, you might be on a delay, but I can still be on point with you.
Well, no, it was delayed still. Either way.
No,
the game, but we are going to talk about.
On my side, it was on point, though. That's what I was trying to tell you. Even though it was delayed on your side, on my side, it sounded perfect. Yeah, like when you go back and listen to the show, you're like, oh, wow, he's right. It was perfect, actually.
Okay.
I got you,
We'll
doggy.
see.
I got you.
All right. Dolphins over the Jets, 20-3.
You know, I got to tell you, the Dolphins are
Tanking for Trevor.
the Dolphins are tanking for Trevor. Stupid. That's the Jets. But the Dolphins did tank for Tua, and it's looking like it's paying off. Although, mind you,
Well, the Jets lost to the Dolphins, so they're taking for Trevor.
right? But I got to tell you that Fitzmagic still gets a win. You know, the Dolphins are 4-2 on the road. They got a winning record at home at 3-2. They're 7-4 overall. And bro, their remaining schedule isn't that bad. The Dolphins may be a wild card team. Look out.
It could happen.
Mock my words. At 7-4, you're fucking right. It could happen. They could split 2-2 and end at 9-6 or 10-6. I'm sorry, and still make the playoffs.
I mean, we got NFC least, so.
Well, the NFC least. That's a whole other thing. We could talk about that in a minute. All right, go ahead. Next game. What do you got?
All right. Knicks just whomped the 1-3 when there was no quarter.
So 31-3.
They did for the.
They started a guy that hadn't played quarterback since his junior year in college because he played receiver his senior year. 91 gross passing yards combined for the fewest in passing yards since week 14 of 1982, the year before they drafted John Elway. That's a nice ball.
You know, I honestly believe Elway should have just draft back on the good old number 7 for one more game.
Yo, are you talking about going straight full Nate Scarborough from the longest yard and lacing it up?
Yes, sir.
Coming in to run the bootleg?
Why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? Like, seriously, this is the year we will never speak of again.
Instead of letting that poor kid get the shit beat out of him, though, John should suit up. At least John could do the reads. I mean, he could at least get the reads right. 91 passing yards, the fewest for the Broncos since John Elway was in college. There you go.
Before he came out of Stanford.
Yep. Let's go to the next one. What do you got?
All right. Rams lost to the Niners 23-20.
Yo, this game was actually surprisingly really good, dude. Game-winning field goal by the Niners at the end to win this thing as time expired, but what's not being talked enough about was the 49ers run game, actually. Excuse me, next one.
Didn't do me no damn favors. Chiefs, this is my, I swear to you, bless you.
My dabber went up my nose. Oh, it always tickles. Not in a good way.
I swear this year, Chiefs and Bucks, but they played this week, and Chiefs over the Bucks 24-27.
I got to be honest with you. I really feel like, first off, Tyreek Hill. Shout out to Tyreek Hill. 3 touchdowns in this game, by the way. But I got to be honest with you, when it comes to the Chiefs-Buccaneers game, I don't feel like this game was even as close as it was. Like, I really feel like the Buccaneers are kind of falling apart a little bit. And we're going to talk about it later in the show, so I don't want to bring it up now, but I have a theory as to why. Let's get to the next game, though.
All right. Next game, 25-41. Bears over the Packers over the Bears.
Second most points versus Chicago in the Super Bowl era by the Green Bay Packers, and I leave Aaron Rodgers on the bench in fantasy football. I'm a dope. I'm a fucking idiot.
The 199th meeting between these two teams and goes off.
Next game.
It's like discount double check fees. Seahawks, Eagles.
You know,
Battle of the Birds, Eagles couldn't make it.
This game wasn't as far apart as a touchdown. I feel like this game was a lot closer as the Eagles almost had a chance to win this one. But I will tell you that DK Metcalf made their secondary's life miserable, put up 177 yards on him, bro. I promise you.
Well, that's DK.
He's the new Megatron. Homeboy. He's like Megatron 2.0, bro. That is a man, Preston. That is a man. So, last
game, which actually just finished before we came
out. Half hour, 45 minutes ago.
Yeah. Ravens fell to the Steelers 19-10-0.
I mean, the Ravens had a chance and made a game of it, but they couldn't come up with a stop at the end of this game to, get the ball back and have a chance, giving the offense a chance. RG3 was actually placed towards the third quarter of this game, if I remember right. I don't know, it might not have been the third quarter, but he was definitely replaced in this game, and that's a very interesting point because, golly, what a career that the Shanahans ruined his career. I'm sorry, I said it out loud. Okay, I'm not over it yet.
They did.
I'm still not over it.
That poor guy.
The Redskins were going to be
I don't blame you. I wouldn't be over it either.
The Redskins were going to be the pride of the NFC East for a decade to come, and they destroyed him in 1 year. That's all it took, was one season. They completely fucked up RG3.
Yeah. Because,
they abused a kid who needed to learn how to throw at the NFL level by trying to overcompensate by running him too much. And I always worry about that with guys like Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray. I always worry if that's going to happen with guys that are good runners.
Well, when you don't have a line, it doesn't matter if you're a good runner or not, dude.
True. I mean,
there's some big boys coming at you.
Lamar Jackson's a good example of somebody who I worry that they might abuse him from the run perspective or overuse him, and that's not good either, Like, you got to let that boy learn how to throw in this league. Now, we got to go to break. What?
Yes. So I was going to say, you also got to remember, I mean, they have lost 4 of their last 5.
Right. So, on that note, we're going to go to break, and those fun facts brought to you by Sick Tees. Everyone loves printing. By the way, shout out to the Steelers, dude. They're 11-0 now. I want to give them a quick shout out. And when you want to be undefeated in the game of printing and your brand, you know what it is, sicktees.com. You know what to do. Get over there, boo. And Sick Tizzle, my nizzle.
Okay.
TEEZ.com.
Bitches.
Are you ready to get turned up, lit, and whatever it is, or even boot, scoot, and boogie? Then you need to come down to Copperhead Road every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and hang out with your boy and the Wake and Bake America crew. Ladies night, we got you. Friday night, come on, we got you. Saturday night, don't miss the all-ages party every weekend, a half a block south of North Carefree on Academy. That's right, come hang out with the Wake and Bake America crew. Your boy, Mr. Trey on the 1s and 2s. We got hip-hop, we got country. Why go anywhere else when it's all at one spot? That's right, Copperhead Road.
Copperhead Road. Yeah, we're back, man. We're back, bro. Bro, we're back. Let's talk a little bit about small business, Preston. You like small business? Podcast P?
I love small business. Hey, bro, are we back? We're back?
We're back.
We're back.
Bitch.
Yeah, small businesses are awesome.
Right?
They're the backbone and the backbone of this community.
Backbone and the backwood of this community. And what I'm referring to is the Root of All Woodworks on Facebook. That's right. When you need a great gift idea this holiday season, my friends, check out the Root of All Woodworks. That's right. On Facebook. He handcrafts and personalizes woodwork gifts, from rolling trays to coasters and more. Support small business in the process. The Root of All Woodworks on Facebook. Order today. So Podcast P, dude. Let's get to our what the hell's going on around the league kind of thing, right? And what the hell's going on around the league? The Saints have been penalized a bunch of money, actually, to the tune of $500,000 for the Saints and a draft pick and $350,000 fine for the Patriots. The Broncos now under investigation right alongside the Ravens for violating the league's coronavirus protocol rules.
Players say what?
Players say what? So do you think that the Broncos were punished enough by having to play without a quarterback when they could have gave the Broncos until they could have moved that game to Monday or Tuesday and gave them time? Actually, the Broncos quarterbacks were cleared to play this morning, so they could have played this morning. But do you think the league didn't move them because because the Saints don't suck and the Broncos do suck, so who cares if they don't have a quarterback?
Ouch.
What was Goodell's thinking? I don't understand him. He moves the Ravens and the Steelers, and the Ravens are in trouble, right? And they've got an outbreak
that's a game that a game America really wanted to see.
I don't give a shit. Is this about your fucking ratings?
Fucking either.
Is this about your fucking ratings, or are we holding people equally accountable here? Because if there's one thing that the NFL's lacked for 2 fucking decades was goddamn consistency, for crying out loud.
Facts.
I mean, in the 90s, you could do cocaine and slap your wife, but at least they were consistent about how they punished you over it. If they did, though. That was the problem with the 80s and the 90s, though. It's like, they didn't really, they didn't do nothing about it, though. And then we get to the two.
I mean, they did, but they didn't.
I like how you say that.
And Oregon's like, fuck it, we're going to make it legal.
By the way, we absolutely think you're a worthless piece of fuck if you hit your wife. And
you are.
I mean, we're not gonna down you for doing cocaine, but as Rick James said, cocaine's a hell of a drug. So just I wouldn't do that. But I just don't want people, how people are, podcasts, how people are, they fucking their dicks, they take what you say out of context, or they'll take a snippet, and I just want to put it out there that we were saying that to make a point, and we absolutely do not fucking think that's okay, and we think, I remember covering the Ray Lewis thing when that broke, when I was in college, radio college, when, I went back to school to go to radio school to learn how to manage a station, and, I was on air when the video literally hit the air, and I had to cover that, and I was just like, I don't know what to say except go look for it yourself. I'm pretty sure the Ray Lewis one I was in school, because I'm pretty sure that was the one I was still in school. When he hit his girlfriend coming out the elevator or whatever, and he just floors that poor girl. I don't care what any woman does. We can, Podcast P, we don't dodge social issues. I don't care what any woman does. Walk away. Walk the fuck away. Be a better man. I had a woman breaks a big old glass thing over my head, bro. I still walked away, dude. I was like, nope. You can take her to hell to jail. I'm not going to jail. Hell nah. Hell nah. So anyway, I got a little real there, but hey, that's an honest thing though. On the flip side of that coin though, there's we make our jokes, but there's some realness behind that too. And we don't condone that. We make our jokes for the sake of satire in the show, but we don't actually condone any of that. We don't think it's okay. We're good men to our women. I'll drag Cammie in here right now because I can't even drag her in here, literally drag her. I have to plead with her, honey, please come because I respect your gangsta. I'm not gonna make you do anything.
Well, she is a Scorpio and she will cut you.
Yeah,
she will plot and plan your murder.
Well, that's just it. She's a Libra Scorpio, so not only will she cut me, but she'll plot my murder while she does it.
Ooh, and think about every which way what to do. Oh, God.
So, here's my thing is, the Baltimore Ravens and the Broncos are still under investigation. I haven't seen any update that said anything has happened to them, but we know something like 30 coaches and members of the team, including Lamar Jackson, who wasn't able to play tonight because of this. Nice dabs, but wasn't able to play tonight because of this. Was all quarantinesy my kneesy, and the entire Broncos quarterback staff was quarantined because Drew Lock's a moron. By the way, Drew Lock, hey, way to be a fucking team player, genius. You really just showed why you're basically still a fucking rookie in your second year.
He's still a college kid, man.
You know what, though? No, but you're in the goddamn NFL. You're in the fucking goddamn quarterback meeting. Put a fucking mask on. There's a fucking pandemic going on. For crying out loud. You're supposed to be a leader. Don't you want to be a captain on this team one day? A leader in this league? It starts in the fucking locker room, dude. Sorry, I'm just Listen, when outbreaks happen and it's not the team's fault, right? Like something happens and yada, yada, yada gets caught up from some other game or team. I get it. But reckless behavior and being stupid, like not wearing your mask inside an enclosed room in a team meeting is just fucking dumb. Walking through the locker room, fucking screaming and yelling about a victory like the Ravens coach did, I heard the Ravens coach did, fucking dumb. And you know better. You're the goddamn coach, sir. I'm sorry, but I want my 2 minutes to rant about how fucking dumb these morons are when it comes to this mask shit. Listen, it's not a hoax. People are dying, and worse off, you're hurting your team. Because listen, that coach could have still tested positive. There might have been some 5-day sit-outs for contact tracing reasons, and that would have been the end of it probably. But no, because he had his mask off and God knows who else did, and they're all fucking yelling and screaming in the locker room after a win, which I get. I mean, I get that at least, right? I get that. I played the game. I understand being excited after a fucking win. Woo! Me too, baby. Yeah, I get it. But there's a fucking pandemic going on, podcast. I just don't understand the thinking behind any of these fucking idiot teams that are doing. It's not like they're catching it accidentally, podcast. This is fuck shit.
Well, let's just say it's indicative of how this country was ran for the past 4 years, and that's about as political as I'll get. But yeah, I think they could have charged the Broncos a little bit more in fines. Granted, they were a lower ranked team in a lower market, but
I mean, they definitely hurt them. But I feel like they hurt them.
Equal.
Well, check this out. I feel like they hurt them by making them play the game without a real quarterback from the squad, right? Like, I feel like they did get to hurt them for doing that. But I also feel like, how much did you really hurt them when it was a game against one of the best defenses in the NFC, and if not probably second or third best defense in the league? I would argue that they're actually a little bit better than Pittsburgh's defense, but statistically speaking, Pittsburgh still has the better defense, right? But after this week,
it's undefeated.
After this week against the Ravens, though, I think that the Saints have an argument that they could be the better defense. But regardless, that's tomato stuff, right? I mean, we could argue that all day, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. I love arguing who's first and who's second. The reality is, though, is when it comes to this stuff and the Broncos, I think that the Saints got off easy with a fine, but the draft pick might hurt them. Although, how many seventh rounders don't even make it through training camp, Preston? Come on, podcast, tell the truth, bro. Bro, they'll cut a dude they drafted in the 7th round.
They made it through training camp.
I've watched the Broncos cut a 7th round pick from the roster and then sign Phillip Lindsay, who was an unsigned free agent. You feel me?
But that was a good call, though.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, how many 7th rounders make the team? So how punished were the Saints? $500,000. That ain't shit, right? Let's be honest. These are billion-dollar teams. $500,000 ain't shit, all right? So it's a chunk of change, don't get me wrong, but it ain't really shit. And then a 7th round draft pick ain't shit. And then they had to play the Broncos, who got hamstringed by not having a quarterback. So they ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hamstring. You're saying to yourself, fuck that. They got fucked. They got bent over and fucked raw. No fucking lube, just straight dry fuck.
I think that listen to me. I think the Broncos punishment by not allowing them to move the game to where they could get quarterbacks back when considering it was their quarterbacks group that fucked up. That makes sense to me. This comes off like a college suspension type shit. I laugh at that. But where I think that they got done wrong is they had to play a all but Drew Brees full strength Saints team, and that's some bullshit.
Yeah, with no quarterback.
With no quarterback, yeah. playoff.
That's my thing.
Nonetheless, they didn't even they brought a fucking JV high school team to play a NFL team that's playoff bound. That's basically what happened. No offense to Hinton, by the way. I'm sorry, dude, but let's be honest, bro. You ain't thrown the rock since fucking college, homie. I don't know. It's just frustrating. But anyway, let's do this. We got the mini segments coming up. You got some stuff. I got some stuff. We'll be back after the break. Yeah.
Later, hookers.
Apothecary Farms is the premier cannabis dispensary on the Front Range. When you think concentrates in Colorado, you think Apothecary Farms. With locations in Pueblo, Colorado Springs, and Denver, it is clear why Apothecary owns the cannabis concentrate game. How do you get your diamonds? Shatter, butter sauces, and come on, ambrosia? Just look up Apothecary Farms on Google or Weedmap. Get the best in concentrates. Don't hesitate to stop at Apothecary Farms.
And we're back. What's up?
Yeah.
Fuckface.
Why gotta be a goddamn, really?
I'm going hard to the
Where's
fucking
the love,
paint.
hooker?
A lot happened today. You
Where's
know this.
the love?
We had a conference call.
Yeah, I get that. You know, where's the love?
He's like, but what part of this did I do, though? That's all I want to know. I'm like, you know what? You're right.
Right.
You're right. You know what? We had a great...
All right.
You actually were more of a counselor than the conference call, let's be honest. And I appreciate
I've got a question for you for my segment,
Oh,
mini
boy.
segment.
Okay, so it's time for the mini segments. It is Blunt Football Talk with Podcast P and your boy, Mr. Trey, all made possible by Wake and Bake America Show Studios. So,
Ooh.
what do you got? Bro, I'm telling you, I'm
I like
belchy. This beer's making me belchy.
As if I have to ask.
What you gonna ask?
What kind of beer are you drinking?
Corona, you know.
All right, my next question.
If it's not Corona, it's always Weinsteiner.
Okay. Even though you should probably get some Breckenridge Brew. They
I'm
have
down.
this delicious Christmas ale.
I like
Anyway.
dark and light brew.
Anyway,
Christmas ale.
anywho.
I'm down.
Yeah, we've had it before. We've had it before,
What about
dude.
Sam Adams Winter Ale?
I don't think I've tried that,
You
but
should.
I
It's
think
really
we might
good.
have to the next time. Yeah, we might have to. Anyway, my question has to do with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who do you think is more to blame for what's going on in the Buc system right now? Do you blame Tom Brady or Bruce Arians? What is your takes, Mr. Man?
Okay, so
Because I'm just as a fan, you know, I'm like, man, fuck it. It's the coach all day long, blah, blah, blah. I can't stand Brady, but I respect the man. The man's got 6 rings, bitch. So, you know.
fanboy.
Ooh. Ow!
So fanboy, Homer
mean-
Homer Simpson. Listen, so so here's the deal.
Super Bowl 37.
I actually, for fucking once in your life, completely actually agree with you. And not just because of Homer reasons like you, but I actually have a real take on why I actually think it's Bruce Arians' fault. Check this out. So I did some digging, right? Thanks to some folks at different talk shows and some folks out there in the weed and the sports community, I was able to find out that Tom Brady actually runs a motion, usually with some type of a Z motion or a jet sweep motion type situation. Z motion guy in motion. You know what I'm talking about, right? Okay.
Right.
Any
Yeah,
football head,
yeah.
anybody who played past junior high knows exactly what the fuck I'm talking about, right? So anyway,
Or played enough Madden.
I love the motion because it really does tell you, like, whether they're in man or whether they're in man under zone over or whether they're in full zone. And it tells you a lot when you move guys around in motion. It gives you a lot of pre-snap ideas. So check this out. When Tom Brady was with the Patriots for the last 20 years, they are literally 3rd overall, right, in using the motion. Meanwhile, Bruce Arians is like dead last right now in using the motion. So I think that it's the coach's fault.
He just started using Gronk, dude.
Right. I think it's the coach's fault because you're for instance, okay, so let's say Tom's a 1, 2, 3 year player, right? I'd be blaming Tom right now. Like, look, kid, you want to make it in this league? You better fucking figure out a way to adjust, figure out a way to play in this system, and figure out a way to fucking win, or else get the fuck on, kid. Welcome to the league. But we're not talking about Tom Brady in 2001, 2, or 3. We're talking about Tom Brady in 2020. And that guy...
6 rings, bitch.
6 rings in that system. You got to change, Bruce. You got to fix the system so that it fits your quarterback. You got to design the playbook around Tom. I don't think you should eat.
That guy was to win Super Bowls.
It's not too much to expect Tom to pick up a new playbook, okay? It's not actually.
Right.
It's not. However, I think it is too
make
much.
him as comfortable as possible.
Exactly. I think it's too much to ask him to do it all and do it all with a new team and a new playbook. And like I said, you have to look. Listen, I played the position, man, and I'm telling you, as a quarterback, if you don't want to run out of the pistol so that I can use the belly off of the running back to read the defense's reaction and decide whether I'm going to keep, throw, or let him have it, right? If you don't want to run out of that, then you're selling me short. I'm a sprint right, sprint left quarterback, Preston. If you try to make me a pocket passer at 5'9.5", 5'10" in cleats, you're selling me short. So when I went to systems that were either designed around me or coaches made the change because the dual or triple threat weapon was worth making the change. Well, in Tom Brady's case, you're not looking at a dual triple threat weapon, right? But in Tom Brady's case, he's got 6 fucking rings. You fucking adjust for Tom Brady.
And the man is the GOAT. 20+ change, which do everything that you do and do it this way.
Honestly,
the multicolor brother. What?
Honestly,
what?
Bruce Arians, obviously knows what he's doing. He won. You have to understand, he won a Super Bowl against Arizona. When they went to the Super Bowl, it's actually considered one of the top 3 best Super Bowls ever to this day. Which tells you something about the way that played out, him as an offensive coordinator, right? Then you saw Arizona obviously saw the brilliance there as a play caller because they brought him over to Arizona. But what you saw was Bruce Arians put together an offense that could just roll and roll and roll. But he never has a defense that can stop anyone. And I always wonder about that. Like, and when Bruce, you barely even knew what Bruce Arians looked like when he was the offensive coordinator for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now he's got this big ego, this hat. It's all about Mr. Bruce and Mr. Arians, and I think that he has a problem putting his ego aside for the GOAT. And that is bad for business and bad for Buck business, nonetheless.
Especially because, they've got these guys for a year or two. We all know the reason that they have all these guys is because they're trying to get some rings.
Right.
We all know it.
Oh, they're going to go down as like the Lakers or the who's another team? The Yankees are almost always bought and paid for, not drafted rings. You know what I mean? So they're going to go down as somebody who paid for it. I agree with you 100% on that, by the way. I don't know, man. Honestly, I'm starting to wonder if they have the real chemistry to be able to get it done. That Chiefs game wasn't that close. It just looked close. Because of what played out at the end towards the end of the fourth quarter. Because Tom's still the GOAT. He's going to make a game of it. Don't get it twisted. But at the same time, like I said, I don't know. Okay, so listen. How many times have we seen in the history of sports, no matter what sport it was, P, whether it was, football, basketball, baseball, soccer, hockey, it doesn't matter, dog. It doesn't matter if it was college level, pro level, whatever. When the coach and the GOAT or the stud of the team just didn't work out right? No matter how much talent was there, they couldn't win a championship because they just couldn't get along or couldn't get the chemistry.
They couldn't see eye to eye. Yeah.
I don't think Tom Brady's ego is the problem. I think
it's not.
I think the way Tom Brady plays is the problem for Tom being able to conform to anything else. That's his problem. But I think the problem, again, is Bruce, because he has a quarterback who plays so well, like 6 fucking Super Bowl rings well, in a certain type of system, and you are so fucking get it? Arrogant, but with Aryans, that you can't fucking tie it down a little bit, bro, and work with your quarterback. And like I tell people, I'm the first one to jump on a quarterback and be like, that bitch tripping. Okay, that bitch tripping. But I'm telling you right now, I couldn't play in this system if you didn't let me roll left and right and get out of the pocket and exploit and use my legs. I would literally look at you like you were a dipshit. I would. And if you don't start me in a pistol because I'm short, so I'm already 5-6 yards back, then you're an idiot to me. I think you're dumb if you don't recognize that that's a problem and know how to fix it.
Right. No, I totally feel you on that.
I've had my questions about Coach Bruce anyway, but that's a whole nother Arizona Cardinals thing. Like all that time there and couldn't get it done. He had talent too in Arizona, bro. Don't get it twisted. He had a talented ass offense. Dude, he had David. Bro, he had David, bro.
I mean,
he had David Johnson when David Johnson wasn't hurt, dog. That's all I'm saying. You guys got a good offensive coordinator over there, but the problem is your head coach. Burn.
It is what it is.
That's my burn notice on that, by the way. So
burn notice.
That was my burn notice on that one. Give me some Michael Weston on it. Yeah. So here's time for the hurry up offense. So my first question, the Arizona 49ers, how do you like that sounding? Because the refugee football team that COVID has now created, as the 49ers can't play at home and have moved to Arizona. What do you got to say or take on that?
What?
Yeah, they're going to be playing in the Cardinal Stadium out in Glendale. Funny, right? Like you have to play. Hey, when we play you on the road, we're going to be at home. So the San Francisco 49ers.
Your stadium, but we're going to be at home. I bet you. How do you feel about that? That's the question here. Not how do I feel. How do you feel, sir?
Man, it's like having like cousins you don't like over, bro. It's like
you can't say shit.
Yeah, it's like having cousins over that you're like, I fuck you up right now, but grandma's house burnt down, so I can't say shit. Like, yeah, like right? it's like that level of like hatred where we're like, I still want to fuck you up and grandma's house burnt down, bitch. So yeah, like
you got lucky.
Like never ever have I hated a team more than the 49ers. I promise you. Check this out. I've hated the 49ers longer than I've been a Cardinals fan. Let that slink in.
Okay. Slink in? Okay. I'll let that slink in.
All right. So, yeah, fuck that up. Shut up.
Crazy.
All right. Next one.
Slink in, he says.
It's time for a little Stephen Trey Smith. Because
I like to spin away and throw away the key. You see what happens when I'm not there?
How in the motherfucking hell did the motherfucking Raiders fail to score no more than a few points while giving up 43 motherfucking points to the goddamn fucking Falcons who are garbage?
Same way that the Cowboys did to the Washington football team.
Oh, you shut your dirty cocksucker, because you're right. You son of a bitch, you're right. That was a good one. Yeah, make your faces. You guys can't see this on the audio, but he's making faces on the video right now, like, ha, gotcha. All right, next one. Third down. I actually want to take this as a time to do a quick little short PSA. The Pro Bowl voting is open. We talk so highly of these players, and you guys talk so highly, and you love your players so much. And then, of course, there's players from other teams like DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray who recognize real. You like how I did that? Who recognize real as good players. Look, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to give Kyler Murray my first vote for quarterback, but I promise you Russell Wilson will be my second NFC vote for quarterback. because I'm going to be a homer. We have a good quarterback. But at the same time, real recognize real, you know, Russ is cooking, baby. Let the man cook. Be honest with yourself, even if he's from your division, you know. I'm looking at guys for running backs and tailbacks and tight ends and stuff that I'm just looking at teams and going like, you know, even if you're from one of my rivals, man, you're a goddamn good player. You deserve to go. I don't care. So, yeah. Pro Bowl vote. Ballots are open now. NFL.com/Pro Bowl/ballot. Get your votes in. You know, don't just vote for stupid old guys trying to tell you how much taxes you got to pay and being a dick about it. Like, you can also vote for fucking awesome dudes playing football. Yeah, that's the only political that's the only political I'm gonna get on this. Is if you have the time to vote for two old assholes, why don't you vote for your fucking football team for the Pro Bowl, asshole?
One was kind of more important, way more important than the other one is, but you know.
I will tell you something that might surprise you, just in yards alone.
Damn me. Right.
You ready for this? Just in straight yards, Tom Brady's actually second.
Goddamn right, baby.
But I've still got to take Kyler Murray first, though. How many quarterbacks? Oh, I get 5 votes? Okay. I'm voting for Kyler.
Oh, shit.
For Patrick.
Okay.
I'm voting for Russell.
Brady.
I'm not voting for Brady. I'm voting for Aaron. Okay, I got 2 more votes. Okay,
you aren't.
I will vote for Brady. I will vote for Brady. And I'm going to give 1 vote that you're going to get mad about.
How does Teddy Bridgewater have more yards, 5 more yards than Kyler Murray?
Kyler Murray, dude, they're 1-4 over the last 1-3 over the last 4 weeks, and they've been stinking it up. Actually, if you want to know the truth.
Okay.
I'm not voting. I'm not gonna. We're not gonna spend like 45 minutes voting live on our show. I just want to do quarterbacks for fun. You know who could have my final quarterback vote? In all honesty, Deshaun motherfucking Watson, bro. I'll give it to him. Yeah. Really? Sometimes you just got to let it happen.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Submitting quarterbacks. Wow. Oh, I got to log in. Okay, I'm not getting into all that. Here we go. So let's go to my final gripe and bitch. Just kidding. 4th down. 75% of the season's been played, Podcast P. So don't look now, but the playoffs are around the corner. You know our fantasy football league playoffs start not this week, but next week. This is the last week of the season, week 13.
Can we not talk about?
Oh, you're not in the playoffs. I forgot. You're in the consolation round, which is like we fucking suck round. You're in the fucking we suck group. Is this your first year not making the playoffs?
Why gotta be like that?
Is this your first year not making the playoffs?
Yes it is.
I'm sorry. I am sorry then. I have never not made the playoffs, so I'm sorry because that has to suck.
You know what that means?
I probably won't next year. Yeah, I'm going to get fucking done dirty next year. I feel like that's what's coming now for all the shit I gave you. Who's in right now? Who's on the bubble? Who can still make it at large? Late surge at large, and who's vulnerable from getting knocked out of eligibility? I'm talking the playoffs. So,
playoffs.
Here's the deal.
Okay, what's up?
I don't know what happened to my playoff screen. Oh, here it is. Okay, so first off, let's get to the playoffs. So first off and foremost, we already know the teams that would technically be in, okay? So we're talking, these are in the AFC, you're talking the Steelers, the Chiefs, the Titans, the Bills, and we'll stop right there, okay? Because those are your 4 division leaders, all right? And in the NFC, we're going to go with the Saints, the Packers, the Seahawks, and the Giants, as those are your division leaders right there, okay? But then it gets into the next group of teams are in as of right now. Now, obviously, they can change. These teams are vulnerable, and I want to talk about who's probably the most vulnerable of these teams, okay? So, first off, in the AFC, on the bubble, as basically these are second teams in second place in their respective divisions that are in the playoffs right now. The Browns, the Dolphins, and the Colts, right? So which of those three do you think is a lock for the playoffs, by the way?
The Bucks.
Wrong side, dummy. I said the AFC. Get out of there, Homer. Get over here to the AFC for a second.
I never thought I would actually say this, but I'm actually going to say for the AFC side that I'm looking at, because I still can't trust ya boy. We're going to go with the Browns because Baker's been showing off.
You know,
I'm not saying they might go far in the playoffs. They're going to go to the playoffs. So.
I thought you were going to say Tua was headed to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow, no.
But no, I actually podcast. I think there might be a full moon or something weird going on in the universe because I actually completely agree with you on this one. I think the one team that's a definite lock out of those three teams is actually the Browns. Truth be told, I think the Browns, and it has more to do with the division and how the division's set up and who's in third place here. And, it's kind of like who's on third. All right, well, who's on second? Who's on first? So when you look at this division, I honestly believe that you could really even call the Colts a lock as well, to be honest with you. While we have to pick one of these teams to be vulnerable, I think that vulnerability is a problem. Honestly, with only 4 games left, the Ravens are on the bubble, right? They could get in.
Right.
But at 6-4, with the next team at 7-4, do you think they're going to catch the Dolphins? The Dolphins would have to slip. Whose schedule is going to be harder, though? I think the Ravens, with that AFC North, going to be harder schedule to play out, right? You got the Raiders.
Oh, definitely.
You got the Raiders. Raiders are 6-5. Played like crap 2 weeks in a row. Basically, since the Chiefs got in that ass, they've played like shit. Am I wrong?
The Chiefs said, "Give me back my motherfucking money." Right.
Obviously, the Patriots at 5-6 have an outside shot, but don't. With 4 games left, they'd probably have to win out and finish at 9-6 to get in. And they'd they'd still need help with like the Dolphins losing like 2 of their last 4 games. You know what I mean? And they'd still have to have the tiebreaker over the Dolphins, which I don't think they do actually.
Yeah, I don't see it happening.
So let's go to the NFC because that's the AFC playoff picture. Ravens, Raiders maybe get in, but there's just such a huge lead, a 2-game lead with only 4 games left by the Browns, and a 1-game lead with only 4 games left by the Colts and the Dolphins. Obviously, either of them could slip. Duh, right? But I think, it's going to get interesting. So let's go over to the NFC. So obviously, we know who's in the hunt, as we previously stated. But this is where it gets interesting, okay? So first off, the Giants are in the hunt at 4-7, which is just embarrassing. The NFL needs to go to like a straight 8 playoff, like straight 8. They need like you can have divisions for the sake of playing each other, but you need a straight 8 for playoffs. I'm serious, or a straight 7.
Seriously.
So anyway,
it's good 4-7.
No, seriously, if you took out the Giants, the Vikings would be in, and no one would be in from the NFC least. Let that.
Well, they're the NFC least, so they shouldn't be. Honestly, you don't have to be represented if you go with shit.
Right. So in the end, here's your playoff picture, buddy. I'm going to tell you right now who's probably the lock. Despite a bit of slip, I do agree with you. I actually do think the Buccaneers. It's just they're so fucking loaded. It's hard not to think that even at 7-5, they're probably the most likely to at least achieve a wild card. They're not going to win their division. They've lost 2 to the Saints. It's not going to happen, right? It would take the Saints would have to. Hold on, what are the Saints at? 9-2, and they're so the Saints would have to lose 3 of their last 4, and they would have to win 3 of their last 4. And then they would be 1 game over. So you see what I'm saying? It's just not going to happen. You know what I mean?
I mean, it could.
All right, fair enough. But I agree with you. I think the Buccaneers are the better lock. If I had to pick a team of the 3 wildcard teams, it's a lock to get in. Right now, I'd say the Bucs. I'd say the Rams are on the cusp, and I would tell you that if you're going to have to come back and ask me the same question next week after the Rams and the Cardinals play, because I think that's going to change a lot and say a lot. Fair enough? And by the way, the very up and down Cardinals, who somehow have been very goddamn good in their own division, though, regardless of what's happened. But so on the bubble, we have the Vikings at 5-6, the Bears at 5-6, the 49ers at 5-6, the Lions with a hell of an outside shot at 4-11, but I wouldn't hold your breath. Okay, so. Who do you think has a chance to get in of those top 3 Vikings, Bears, and Niners before I tell you who my most vulnerable team is?
Oh, good God. The lock, I can't even honestly give you a lock because I don't know what's going on with the Niners right now.
But who out of those 3 bubble teams, the Vikings, Bears, and Niners, who of those 3 bubble teams has the best chance to make the playoffs, to get in, to knock one of these other teams out and get in?
Well, the Bears have already lost to the Vikings, right? Once this year, so they own the tiebreaker over them anyway, so it doesn't really much matter. I don't know, like I said, how the Niners even playing this year, so until I can see differently, it's got their asses handed to them.
All right, so
the Bears, I think, would be your biggest lock. Would be the ones who would more likely to be.
You know, honestly, I actually agree with you. I think the Vikings, despite playing well lately, right, are a little too up and down for my taste. I would actually agree.
Right.
Podcast, what's going on in the universe? We are agreeing on shit. Something is not right. No, I'm with you, though. I think the Bears, if I had to pick a team of the 3 on the bubble that have exactly the same records, by the way, just for the record, the Vikings are sitting in second place in the NFC North, but I would still say the Bears. The Bears have the stronger defense. The Bears aren't going to have to play the Packers again because I think that was the second time they played. So the Bears have
the second time. That's why I chose them.
Yeah, that changes everything.
Honestly, that's the reason.
Because the Vikings still have to play the fucking
Packers again.
Right. So let's go to vulnerability. With the Rams, obviously you're not going to pick the Bucs because you picked them the most likely to make it. So between the Cardinals and the Rams, who is your most likely to actually maybe get knocked out the playoffs?
Out of the Bears,
Rams,
49ers?
No, out of the Rams and the Cardinals.
Rams, actually.
Really? I'm going to tell you why I disagree with you, but go ahead.
The division itself is fucking insane.
Truth.
But
they really need to open up that 8th team.
I don't know. Right, this is the final.
No bye weeks, 8-man playoffs
this season. Right, this is the final push for the playoffs. Right, and
so
Cardinals are there.
Here's the thing: now, can I tell you before I disagree with you that I actually wanted to agree with you based on one factor? You ready? The remaining schedule.
You're a homer?
No, not even homer status. The remaining schedule factor. The Cardinals just have an easier remaining schedule than the Rams. That's the truth. They actually have an easier remaining schedule than the Vikings, too. That's why I'm not worried about the Vikings creeping. I'm worried about the Bears. So, right? You laugh, but I'm serious. So, here's the thing is, I think, okay, because we're all just guessing here, okay? That's the truth. We fucking know it. Hi, fans listening and watching, by the way. We love it. Thank you. So here's the deal about the Cardinals. I would normally go with the Rams because the Cardinals have an easier schedule. But I'm having a tough time, honestly, because I know this team better than any other NFL team. I'm intimately involved as it's my favorite team. I got the fucking Cardinal tattooed on my fucking arm. I will never have another team because of that. It's tatted. It's forever. It's like a wife, but worse. It's because your wife can treat you good and your football team still treats you bad and I can't leave them. No, seriously. So
you could always leave you could, my friend.
You could hide your kids and your wife. Yeah. Damn, I took it back. So
Not for long.
right. So you only have to hide them for like 6 more months and then we'll be out this pandemic. All right. That's the last political joke I'm going to make. All right. So, Cardinals. Here's why the Cardinals. Okay. So when we talk about the season in quarters, right? 4 games by 4 games by 4
Right.
games. At the halfway point,
Right.
bro, I was tripping balls. I was like, oh shit. We got a squad, bitch. We're 5-3, ho. Yeah. Well, then things went sideways. Since then, in the third quarter of the season, we've went 1-4 over the last 4 games. Kyler Murray's been struggling. I'm still wondering if he did hurt his shoulder or not a couple of games ago against the Seahawks. So, to be quite frank with you, I'm a little worried, actually. I'm a little nervous. Like I said, everything is going to hinge on, you want me to blow your mind? So, it's like, what? We're going into week 13. So there's week 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah. There's 5 games left still?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I thought there's only 4 left. Well, anyway.
Well, week 13 starts tomorrow. So
Well, we don't play tomorrow. So anyway. But I thought we already played 11 games because we're 6-5. I got to go look at the schedule because, like, I'm looking at the playoff.
week 13 starts tomorrow.
See, they haven't rolled everything over because everything you know what I mean? So it's, like, really confusing.
You're just high. Shut up.
How have we played 11 games and everybody else has played only... I'm so confused. Oh, okay, just updated.
Have you not had a bye week?
No, it just updated. I'm stupid. Anyway, either way, there's 11 weeks played. There's 4 weeks left. That's the bottom line. So there's only, because what throws me off is the bye week, and I'm sorry. So anyway, but either way, there's 11 games played out of 16. There's 5 weeks left in the season, right? That's the bottom line. So
The Stone Cold. So
Stone Cold Stoned. Fuck that up a little bit. It's cool. But yeah, I just, like I
Cold
said,
Stoned.
the Cardinals
Stone
have
cold.
the Cardinals have a lot to prove to me over the final 5 weeks of the season. I am truly a little nervous. 4 or 5 weeks or whatever left in the season. I'm truly a little nervous because, to be quite honest with you, my friend, while we have the easier schedule, I'm nervous. Dude, you're going to tell me if you went 1-4 over your last 4 games, you wouldn't be nervous?
How many games has the Bucks lost the last 4 games?
I don't remember. I'm not going to lie. Probably close to that, though. Let's do this, though, buddy. We got to go to break. When we get back, we got to break down this week's picks if we can even figure this out anymore. You ready?
Yeah, let's give this shit a go.
All right, this break's brought to you by Crunch Fitness.
Back, bitches.
You know what it is. When you want to throw on some bulk, trim off some fat, you need a Crunch Fitness. So, hey, you know, if you're dropping them baby pounds after you drop that baby down or you're rehabbing an old injury, you know what it is. Crunch Fitness. Stop by. Get help with your fitness routine today. We'll be back. Bitch.
Are you a business owner and want to highlight your business? Call 727-318-2956. Let's highlight your business and captivate Southern Colorado's largest group of spenders. They're active consumers looking for your services. To advertise with Wake and Bake America on Blazin' 98.5, that's right, your morning show, call 727-318-2956 or email us at bakeamerica@gmail.com. Advertise with your morning show because it's simple, smart business, and it works. 727-318-2956, and let's start your ad campaign today.
Angel. I'm like, oh, that Angel. I'm like, how do you know that Angel?
I just looked at her name. I don't actually know her. I don't know her personally. I mean, I wouldn't mind meeting her. Hi, Angel. How you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful day.
I'm like, wait a minute.
You seem like a really nice person. I don't know you, but hi.
She's a crazy Pisces from Florida.
Sweet.
Arcadia.
I love Florida. I dream to either retire in Florida or Arizona, although Florida seems better because the ocean. Arizona seems better because no hurricanes.
No, see, she's from the country.
She's like country Florida?
Yeah.
So she's like,
which is not really that bad because like anywhere in Florida, you're 60 miles away from water.
She says I'm awesome though.
Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah. Okay.
Right on. I dig it, man. So, podcast.
What's up, fucker?
It's time for a little bit of weekly football picks, right? And these, of course, picks are going to be brought to you by our friends over at Copperhead Road Bar, because here's the reality, podcast.
Tell me the reality.
Are you ready for the realness of it all?
Are you ready for this?
Oh, God, I did terrible this week. I literally did absolutely.
Yeah, you did. You fucking sucked.
Wow. I got the Cardinals game wrong, the Broncos game wrong, the LA game wrong. I got the Chargers game wrong, the Raiders game wrong, the Cowboys game. Man, I got all of them.
Hold up. Wait, hold up. You said the Broncos are going to win?
Yep.
Against the Chiefs?
Wow. No. The Broncos were my upset pick of the week. But hold on. Remember, we made these picks on Wednesday, and then we went on vacation, so I never looked at this again. And then the COVID thing happened. Do you think for 2 seconds, without Drew Lock, I would have thought the Broncos were going to pull the upset? Are you fucking serious? I forgot.
Even with Drew Lock, you thought the Broncos were going to win?
I thought they were going to.
That's so sweet,
dude.
That's so sweet, dude. Oh my God.
Shut up! I wasn't even the only analyst in the country, dude. Half the analysts in the country said the same thing.
Okay.
I hate you. Let's go on to week 13. So here we go. Now, by the way, there's no Thursday night game. Fantasy processes are going to be done on Friday. There's no Thursday night game. So all games have been moved to Sunday. So Sunday we got the New Orleans Saints at the Atlanta Falcons. Who do you like?
Sorry.
Saints?
Hold on. I'm sorry.
I like the Saints.
Saints or the Falcons?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me the Saints. Yeah, definitely. I was looking at your last week. Still, I'm sorry.
Kind of coinciding with how I think the Bears can make a run into the playoffs. Well, it starts this week, and I do think they get a win over the Lions, actually.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to the Bears.
Right.
Bears.
Okay, so Cincinnati's going to travel to Miami, and Miami on a hot streak, and it just seems like no matter what quarterback Miami starts, they seem to win about 2 out of every 3 games. So hard to go against them with a struggling Cincinnati team. I'm going to go with the Miami Dolphins. What?
The Dolphins, man.
Okay.
The Dolphins. I can't believe that, yeah.
So this could potentially end up being some sort of a playoff game here, but you got the Cleveland Browns going to be traveling to the Tennessee Titans. Who do you like?
Ooh, I like Derrick Henry. Not going to lie. I also like Ryan Tannehill. I think he's a pretty good quarterback. I'm actually going to pick this one.
I actually completely agree. I like the Titans. It's hard to go against King Henry. They are on a roll again. They have, they went on a little slump there for a second, but they've started to figure it out again. And figuring it out is resulted in wins, and that's what really matters. And when you got a guy like Henry over there running the ball for you, King Henry, it's hard to go against you right now. Cleveland, you're going to go to the playoffs, but it's not going to be with a win against the Titans. I'm sorry. Let's go.
Yeah, no.
No, let's go Colts at the Texans.
See, yeah, I can't trust them. I can't. I just can't do it.
Which one? Who? Talk to me.
Texans over the Colts. I still can't trust Phillip Rivers. I can't do it.
Are you ready for my upset pick of the week? Dum, dum, dum. One of my upset picks of the week is the Houston Texans upsetting the Indianapolis Colts at home, as the Colts are heavily favored by 75% of the country. Excuse me.
How many points? How many points, sir?
Percentage, 75%.
Ooh, damn. Well, I'm about to hit some stinky.
Hit that shit. I got your next question, though. Las Vegas Raiders heading out to the New York Jets. Who do you like?
Well, now, that all depends on which Raiders team shows up.
Here's the deal. I'm not picking the fucking Jets.
Same Chucky. Man, can I at least have my speech, dude? Like, seriously.
Here's your speech. Have it.
No, you done ruined it now. Gotta butt in and be like, man, I'm not picking the Jets.
Controlling the narrative. Propaganda.
God damn it. Yeah, seeing as how the Raiders were totally embarrassed last week, and their head coach, his nickname is Chucky. I'm gonna have to say it's not gonna be pretty for the Jets next week or this Sunday. So yeah.
Here's the deal.
Sorry about your luck.
Here's the deal. Never ever have I picked the Jets until they finally win a game. So no, I'm not picking the Jets. I'm going to tell you right now, though, that with the way the Raiders had slumped the last couple weeks, if there ever was a trap game chance for the Jets to get a win, it's right here. The Raiders are down on the dumps. They've been sucking wind for 2 weeks. Right now's the time to get you an old kick in the dinkle win on the Raiders. But like you said, I do think that I'm going to pick the Raiders because I think that the team that's going to show up is the pissed off Raiders, and they're going to come and get a win.
Did you say a kick in the dinkle?
I did. Jaguars traveling to the Minnesota Vikings. Don't judge me. Who do you like?
Vikings. Let's go.
Me too. Nothing to say about this game. Just I like the Vikings. Let's go. Rams at the Cardinals. What?
Cardinals.
You know, I want to pick them. I do.
You have to have faith. If you're a homer, as you keep calling me, for the Bucks, you have to have faith in your team, regardless, win, lose, or draw.
Listen, George Michaels, you got to have
Listen,
faith, the baby. Baby. Took it back on you to the 80s. Wham. Boy, what? All right, so.
That's careless. That's a careless whisper.
You're so stupid. I'm still taking the Cardinals, though. All that, and I still took the Cardinals. So, the New York Giants.
You see how I let you have your moment, sir? I didn't interrupt you. I let you have your fucking moment.
All right, Cammy Jr. She berated me. She berated me this morning for the same thing on our morning show.
You gotta let people have their shine, man.
All right, so.
I mean, my forehead shines enough, but damn.
Shine on this. I got the New York Giants at the Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Hey, well, I think the Giants have a hell of a good chance, and honestly, an honest chance to represent the NFC least in the first round of the playoffs. They're not going to do it getting a win in this game. That's the truth. But here's the good news. Here's the good news, though. The Eagles are going to be taking on the Green Bay Packers, and they're not going to win either.
Okay, yeah, that is true.
And the
Packers were going to win.
And are you ready for this? Next Tuesday, the Cowboys. Check this out. The next Tuesday, the Cowboys are going to play the Ravens when they get Lamar Jackson back. So guess what? The Cowboys aren't going to win either. So the Giants are going to stay in first place in the NFC least.
We also forgot that the football team is playing the Steelers, so they're not going to win that game either.
I wasn't going to even go into that, but they're not going to win that game either. The Steelers are about to be 12-0, bro. Do you realize that the Steelers really are going to probably be I'm going to go 14, possibly 14-0 going into the last 2 weeks of the season, where then they'll have to play two teams that legitimately got a shot to knock them off.
As long as it's not in the playoffs, so we're good.
Playoffs?
What happens? Playoffs?
I don't care if the Steelers go undefeated all the way to the Super Bowl. I go, oh, what if the Steelers are undefeated all the way to the Super Bowl?
They better not.
And the Cardinals make it, and then the Cardinals knock them off. Redemption Road.
The only time I will cheer for the Cardinals against the Steelers, but I don't. That's a dream right there, my friend.
I know, I'm dreaming big here.
That is a
New England Patriots at the Los Angeles Chargers. Who do you like? America likes New England, honestly.
Yeah, that place that Tom Brady came from.
I'm going to go with the Patriots too in this one. I don't know. The Chargers are slumping. The growing pains are real. That's all I can say about that. The Broncos at the Chiefs. Guess what the Broncos are rated at? They're rated at a 99.
Didn't they just play the Chiefs? No, they play the Saints.
They're rated at a 99.9%. 99.9% chance of losing.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
99% of America says they're going to lose. All right, last game, which technically the Cowboys is the last game on Tuesday, but we covered that when we were going through the NFC least. The Monday night game is the Buffalo Bills going on the road to the San Francisco 49ers, which I honestly am going to tell you, podcast, listen, only a fool's not going with Buffalo in this game. However, I do believe that this game will be closer than people think, and will tell you that while I think Buffalo should win this game, I will not be surprised if San Francisco pulls the upset.
Well, who does San Francisco have their players? I'm saying we're going to show up this week.
They just
have a home game.
They have a strong run game, and I think that's why they have a chance because you can control the clock.
So do the Bills. So do the Bills.
But you can control the clock on the Bills at home without your starting quarterback because he's done for the year. So on and so forth.
Yeah.
Well, on that note,
I have faith.
I will tell you that the Trey Schwami has kind of fell off, bro. Like, I was doing so good at the beginning of the season, and I have turned to shit.
Yeah. My ignorance has rubbed off on you.
I don't even know if I'm in first place anymore. Last week might have been my undoing.
Here, let's find out. Can we go overall? Let's go. Let's do this. No. Well, we can see.
Hold on, it says I have to save my picks.
Click on your
leaderboard. Oh, not that leaderboard. I just need the group leaderboard. On that leaderboard, I know I'm dog shit. No, actually, I'm still in first place. Oh my god, dude, I'm in first place, but literally by 5 points. This Baby J has in the Wake and Bake America Pick'em group has really gotten to me. You know what I mean? Like right on my heels.
Right.
Obviously, he didn't pick last week. He missed his picks during the Thanksgiving, must have been on vacation. That's going to be his drop week like mine was. Remember, I had one where I forgot to hit submit. That fucked me so bad. You know what the worst part about that was? That week I got all but one game right and forgot to hit submit. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
You're a fucking loser. I'm just playing.
I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me? All right, well, podcast, listen.
What fun would that be?
Sure.
What's up?
I definitely appreciate it, man. Don't forget that you got to come get your Christmas present. I'll tell you what's going to be, okay? Because there's still some open stuff there. We'll talk about it. We can't talk about that on air right now, though. But anyway, we're going to do our holiday gift giveaway. I'm really excited for you, man. I got your gift in, a couple of days ago. So anyway, I got to really investigate whether it was what I wanted it to be for you, because that's how that works.
Right. Right.
What I want it to be for you. We're excited. I'm excited for you. I think you're gonna cry. Okay, maybe not cry. Hey, listen, we're out of here for the day.
Oh no, dude! If it's a top later, bitches.
Come celebrate fitness in Colorado Springs for Crunch Fitness. For no judgments and several solutions. It's crunch time for the new you. Bulk up, trim down, or just rock out to your favorite playlist. Crunch Fitness are more than just incredible facilities. They employ instructors, trainers, and staff that live for your post-workout high fives. Crunch out one more year of rep or join your healthy year. Already in progress at Crunch Fitness, 1801 Academy or crunch.com.